You're live, Bob. What are you doing?
Lewis, I'm fixing the camera.
That's it. I can't work under these conditions.
Well,
I'm out of here.
Lewis, anybody could quit. The tough guys stay.
Okay, I'll
Come
stay.
on back, Lewis. We need you. We don't even know.
I'll stay.
I think there's one person here already.
I'll stay this time.
Okay,
These
well,
conditions are atrocious.
I was just trying to
Look at
fix
that. There's shoes all over the place. There's a pair of shoes over there, another pair of shoes there, another pair of shoes there, another pair of shoes over here.
I can't help it, man. I'm just, I'm turning.
Why come you can't have wear one pair of shoes and put the other pairs of shoes away properly?
I don't know.
You need a bigger van.
Lewis, this is not the subject we're supposed to be talking about tonight.
It's not?
No.
We were talking about socks. You also have socks all over the place. Your tables are being used for jackets. I thought you had closets for that.
Oh, my closets are filled. I had a rough week. I had a rough 2 weeks.
Do you need a bigger van, Bob? My van is smaller than yours, and my stuff is put away better than you. You have a sink filled with what is that?
Water bottles. I was just like, if you saw what I did this last week, you would.
Now, folks, this is Bob's channel, but don't be surprised if we get a knock on the door from the police. Okay, I'm over here in the parking lot waiting for my daughter. She's leaving work at 10:30. And Bob has all these things in front of the windows.
I wanted to block the windows. What do you say? Because
somebody's going to notice a van or two vans parked here. One of them has the windows all blocked off, and there's light shining through some of the openings in the windows.
Hey, but here's the funny thing.
I'm going to be ready with my phone filming all that drama.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'll talk to the cops. Anyhow, I already see 2 thumbs up. It's probably because Lewis and I are going at each other. You know what? He's really just trying to be He's trying to be the star of the show.
No, I'm not.
And he can be. I like Lewis.
I stepped all the way to the side so he can be the star of the show.
So anyhow, here's the big subject of the night, and I'm going to.
Hey, don't Lloyd. Lloyd says hi.
Oh, Lloyd. Oh, you got all the comments? Good.
Yeah, I can see the comments over here.
Hi, Lloyd. You're always a good guy, always saying something. Oh, by the way, William Storm said hi.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Hi,
William.
He won't be on because he's in another country. He's where the beer is good.
In Belgium.
Belgium beer.
I remember. I have an okay
He told me to say hi to you, so the world knows that I said hi. Hey, wow, people are coming up. Let's see. I can't see who that last person was. Anyhow, we got 10 people here. So the subject tonight is...
how to keep the van clean.
No, that'll be the next subject.
Bob is doing a terribly, poorly job. I should film this. I should show everybody.
Nah.
The poor condition.
Don't.
He's got shoes all over the place. Come on.
That's because I threw him out of the way so where Lewis could sit. Because I normally don't have this chair sit in the position where Lewis is right now. It doesn't face that way, and I wanted him to be pretty much comfortable. But we're probably going to talk about this all night.
This thing is uncomfortable. I mean,
I know, it's rough because...
this chair is not the...
Do you need a footstep? I could give you a footstep. There's a footstep right there. See that?
It's not the most comfortable.
You want the footstep?
I hate these things.
Do you want the footstep?
This is the type... you want to move your seat, and you have to go like this. You got to turn the knob. I had that in my car. I had a VW Jetta.
Hey, Sandra, how you doing?
Which I love.
Hey, Jim Tomasetti, you're there. Hey.
Which?
Sandra.
I had a Jetta, which I loved, and it had one of these knobs, and if you wanted to move the seat quickly, you just couldn't. You have to go.
All right, I'm going to have to take control of this whole session. Hey, hi, Jim. I'm good to see you, Jim. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this.
Hi, Sandra. Sandra, and who else?
So,
Mike.
I have been divorced for about 5 years, a little over, and I was at the place where I used to work the other day, about 2 weeks ago, and I was in the office because I had a deal that I did, and I had to go do some work, and I was doing some YouTube work too while I was there, and I was in a conference room with a closed door. My ex-wife walked by. I said, "Oh, okay. Uh-oh, Lewis is leaving." What are you doing, Lewis? I told you could take that thing.
I had to get my foot because I didn't want to touch those shoes. I don't know where those shoes have been.
Well, anyhow.
I need a stool here.
She
for
came in, my ex-wife came in to talk to me. She was very nice to me. I can't say anything bad. But multiple times during that conversation, she told me that I was homeless because I live in a van. Now, Lewis has told me many times, the best part about living in a van is you always have your home with you. Now, he's going to be annoying. He's never been like this. You guys need to straighten him up. So anyhow, I thought this would be a good subject. Is living in a van really being homeless? Because I did talk it over with another successful businessman that I know the other night, and he said, well, Bob, it is considered homeless. Lewis, what do you think on the subject? Lewis, you're up.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
In all seriousness, of course... I'm sorry, this thing just squeaks on its own.
Yeah, you can't move it. Like,
of course, when you live in a van, of course you're not homeless. You are houseless, but you're not homeless. I think there's a big difference. And I think the difference arises more from your state of mind, from your mentality. If you are someone that has lived all your life in a house, you've never been in an RV, never lived in a van, none of that. And all of a sudden, you see someone that's living in an RV full time or living in a van, of course they probably are going to think that the person is homeless. But I think there's a huge difference. And I think even some people who were forced eventually to live in a van or live in an RV, some people may consider themselves homeless because their mentality, their state of mind is such that they still think that they have to have a house to have a home, and that's not the case. If you live in a van, I don't consider that being homeless because you have a roof over your head. You have everything you need, everything you have in the house. How are you homeless? You are houseless, but you're not homeless. And I think it's all in the mentality because if I didn't have my van, if I had to live in my car, I wouldn't consider myself homeless. I mean, I see someone homeless is someone who does not want to better themselves. Someone who's just walking the sidewalk, and then they want to take a nap and they just lay down in the middle of the sidewalk, not being considerate to other people. I understand that some of those people may have mental problems. They have issues, but in my view, at least, and I could be wrong, but in my view, those are homeless. Because they just lay down under a cardboard and whatever, and they just lay there and they're homeless. Now, I'm of the mentality that if I had to live in my car before I had my van, I would have lived in my car, and I wouldn't have considered myself homeless because I'm working and I'm doing all these things, but I use my car to sleep for the night. And what I see at the end of the month is money saved, because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to pay. Let me give you a quick example. And I think I've mentioned this before on my channel, but I'll make this a quick example. I worked in 2008. I worked for 3 months in upstate New York on a pipeline. And I went there with my car, and I went there and I tried to get a hotel. A hotel was like $60 some a night. And I found this old lady that had a home, and she had a bed and breakfast, and she charged $50 a night. So after a week of being there, 50 times 7 is like $350, I think. And I started doing the math, and I'm like, and I was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I did the quick math, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just going in there to just sleep, take a shower and sleep. And I'm paying all this money. And then I'm like, okay, if I'm here so many months, this is going to be a lot of money. So what I did was I changed vehicles with my ex-wife. I I came home real quick because I didn't have a lot of time, but I came home real quick. Or maybe that was a holiday that we had off because I know I had some time to fix what I needed. I took the seats out of the van. It was a Honda Odyssey. I took the back seats out. I took the back row folded down. Okay, so that stayed. Then the middle seats I took out. I folded the last seat down. I got some denim that my ex-wife had, and I cut it to fit exactly on the windows, and the denim was didn't let the light through. So I put some Velcro around the windows, and I put Velcro on the denim that I cut to fit the windows perfectly, and I covered all the windows, not the passenger and driver's window, but all the other windows had that thing on it. I got a air mattress. I got a sleeping bag. I got a nice box for some stuff. Even though I started working there in the fall, so by the time I was done, 3 months later, all my water in there was freezing up, which is really no different than my van. In the winter, if I was here, it would still be freezing up when I'm not in there. But when I turned my Webasto, then everything will be good. But anyway, um, so by December 10th, I believe, when we got laid off, 3 months later, I think I saved like $4,000. Okay, and that's at $50 a day, $350 a week, roughly that amount. And I saved all that money, and it was very easy for me. I slept in the van. I parked by some small motels. Nobody ever said a word to me. Never had an issue. Just like now when I live in my van. And I saved all that money. And I didn't consider myself homeless because I was working and I was doing all that stuff. So if you are smart and if you don't have a family, more I think that's important because if you have a family, wife and kids, then that's a totally different ballpark. Unless the wife is willing to go along and going to it has to be an RV, it can't be a van. I mean, it could, but it's going to be really tight. But unless the wife is willing to go along and the kids, and the job is near some places where you can park and you don't have an issue with that, then a family could save a lot of money. And there's families on YouTube that you can search who live in RVs full time and they save a lot of money. So that it's possible for a family, but it's much more feasible for a single man or a single woman to just say, you know what, I'm just spending basically almost all my money going into a house that I don't own. I'm paying rent. I don't own this place, but all my money is going to the house for utilities, and all I do is come here to sleep for the night, take a shower, sleep, eat something, and sleep. Because some people, especially over here back east in the Northeast, they will go to work in New Jersey or in New York, and then in the evening they travel to Pennsylvania. That's about an hour and a half to 2 hours with no traffic. You get traffic, you're going to be stuck for quite a bit more. And on Fridays, depending on where you come from, be ready to be stuck for 3 to 4 hours in traffic. So, and I've done that commute. I've driven an hour and a half with no traffic, and then with traffic in the evening, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I've done that for a few years, and it gets old. But I had a family back then. I wasn't single. So when you are single and you want to save money, this is a great way to save money. And you're not homeless. You cannot consider yourself homeless. If you have the mentality that you are homeless, then I guess you're going to be homeless. If you have the mentality that you are old, even though you may not be old, then I guess you're going to feel old. I guess it's all in the mentality. If you have the belief that no, I'm not homeless. I might be houseless, but I'm not homeless. I have a car I can live in very comfortably. It could be raining, it could be snowing, and I'm comfortable in here. Or I have a van, or I have an RV. So I personally do not consider someone who lives in a van, like me or Bob, or in an RV, or even a car or a minivan. I don't consider them homeless.
So here's the thing. I've been seeing comments pop up, but they pop up and go away. I got to read a couple, but they're only there for a second at a time. So let's see what some of the people say. Because I saw some people said, hey, if this is your decision to do it, you're not homeless because you're living in your if you consider your van your home. So let's go through some of these, Lewis, see what some people say. We're going to go and we're going to see what some people are saying. He's looking at some of the comments right now. And we have quite a few comments on, and I knew this subject would draw the comments because it's everybody is involved in this.
Sandra Wheeler says, "You live in a van, you take your home with you wherever you are. I mean everywhere." And then she says, "Lewis, behave. Grandma says so."
See, Sandra likes me now, though, Lewis. She's my buddy.
I'm behaving.
Sandra's my buddy now.
I'm behaving.
She was your buddy for a long time, but she knows, you know.
Oh, that's it. She's cut off.
No,
oh, she's done.
Don't worry, he's all talk.
Rose says, "It also depends of your choice. If it's your choice to live in a van, the person is not." Well, that not necessarily. I didn't feel like I had a choice when I moved into my van. I was put in a position where it was going to be tough for me to continue to pay the bills. See, when I decided to go into the van, and I calculated my bills at the time, and the stuff that I was paying with the divorce and all that, and the separation, I had to figure in my salary in the winter, which is going to be a lot less than when in the summer when I'm working.
Hi, John.
Full blast. So based on that consideration, I decided to move into a van because I knew it was going to be much more affordable than renting an apartment. So I can say that I was forced into moving into a van, even though that was my choice to get a van and not a room or something like that. But I never for 1 minute did I consider myself homeless just because that was my choice, or just because that was not my choice fully. I was kind of forced into that. So never for 1 second did it cross my mind that I was homeless. And to this day, 4.5 years later, it still doesn't. I'm not homeless. I'm houseless, but I'm not homeless by any means whatsoever. I got everything in my van that somebody has in the house. I have a bed to sleep. I have a TV. I have a kitchen. I have a bathroom. I can take a shower. I can go to the gym and take a shower for 2 hours. How many people that live in a house can say they can take a shower for an hour straight without running out of hot water? I never had that problem at the gym.
Well, when the funny thing in Florida, I talked to an older guy who was retired. He told me why pay the high water bill in Florida to take a shower? It was cheaper to join Planet Fitness for $10 a month and take all his showers there. And that's what he was doing. He was in the gym, said, "I'm going to be taking a shower tonight here for Planet Fitness."
Right. Yeah.
So what did Rose say? Rose said it depends on if it's your decision.
Right. I don't think that's the case.
But that's still okay though. And if it is your decision, you aren't.
I think regardless if it is or it isn't, you're still not homeless, unless you think you are homeless. I mean, if the person doing it, if they feel like they're homeless, then you can't change a person's feelings, and it's how a person feels. I'm not living in Bob's van. Bob has to live here. If Bob lives here and he feels like he's homeless and he's miserable, that's not my fault. That's his attitude. My attitude is that I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless.
Well, my attitude too is I'm not homeless. And my friends that I hung out with that later that evening said, "You're home -less," whatever that meant. But they were just joking with me that they didn't think I was homeless. Okay, so if they didn't think I was homeless, then I don't know. I guess I'm not homeless. I don't think it.
Well, Robin Monahan says, "You're not houseless. You are you are houseless, not homeless.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either way, I mean, you can say that you are not homeless, you are houseless, or you can say that you're not houseless, you're homeless. I mean, a home, a house. Either way, I don't feel like I'm houseless or homeless. Well, Rose agrees with me.
Okay, Rose, there you go.
Good, Rose.
Way to go, Rose. It's hard to go with Lewis all the time, though. Don't build up his ego because there's not enough room in the van, okay? I'm trying to keep him down.
Lloyd Bob says, I know Mike. Mike in La Source, his name is Mike in Canada, in Kanakland. Says, well, united three of those places, I am home.
Way to go.
That's right.
So,
Bob Lloyd went to the dictionary, and he says, home, noun, one, the place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or household. I mean, what about the people in Mongolia, those nomads that live in those yurts? I believe they call it yurts, those round homes that they put together and then live there for a couple of weeks and then move on. You're saying they don't live in a house? They're homeless because they don't have a typical house? What about the Bedouins that live in tents?
yeah.
You know, I don't think they consider themselves houseless. What about the Egyptians in Europe? I had Egyptians growing up. I had Egyptians that would come over and camp behind my house. There was a vineyard and then there was some land, and then they would park behind my house, and they would come on horseback, you know, not on horseback, but they had the horse and the carriage, and they had everything just like me. They had everything in their carriage there, and they pitched the tent and they built a camp, and that was their home. I don't think they felt they were homeless.
Why not go a little closer? We live in the United States of America. The Native Americans, the first people that lived here,
correct.
They took their homes with them and they left from the north and went to the south in the winter. Same thing as what I'm doing and what I saw Lewis doing, because the whole dress style has changed. I like to wear flip-flops, shorts, and a t-shirt. And that's what I'm able to do. My flip-flops are over on the floor. Lewis is freaking out because not allowed to have shoes on in my house, in my home, whatever. Anyhow. But
you
you
don't want
guys
me to
are
have mine
getting
on?
It's okay, Lewis. You're my friend.
What?
So anyhow, no, you're more than my friend, Lewis. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Bob.
well, no. He's
Bob,
going to a
I'm
bad
not.
place.
Don't go there, Bob. and everybody knows I'm dating Lydia. I'm not that type of guy. I'm gonna leave right now, Bob, because I'm. You better rephrase that.
What I mean is, when I say he's more than a friend, he's like a brother to me.
Okay.
He has helped me out. He was just messing with me. He always messes with me like that. And anyhow, what I'm saying is, I take my home with me just like the Native Americans did. Any Native American on here right now or gets to see this, they'll understand, because that's what happened. They took their teepees and they went where it was warm. That's what I'm going to do. I'm following the sun. Florida, for you Northeasterners, it's 6 o'clock in December, the shortest day of the year. Florida stays light out until almost 6 o'clock. I'm going to tell you, that was a really nice surprise this year.
Well, Florida is 1,000, depending on where you go, 1,000 miles or more south. So you're going to have closer to the equator. You're going to have. Hold on, don't jump the line, Bob.
The gatekeeper's on.
Don't jump the line, Bob.
Oh, the gatekeeper. That's good.
Bob Fleming's. I think living in the van is awesome. I agree, Bob. We save a ton of money. If people realize how much money they can save like this, parking lots would be full of people. But the thing is, not everybody has the aptitude to live in a van. Not everybody wants to do that. So only a select few feel comfortable enough to do it. Most people don't want that.
I didn't think I could do it.
Most people want to live in a comfortable house, even if they have to work day and night just to pay for that house or to pay for the rent and the utilities and not have much left. They rather do that and have that security of a place to live than risk living in a van. I jumped in feet first and I never looked back. The only time that I hesitated, which I don't really call hesitating, but the only time that I thought about it twice was when I was signing the paperwork for my van. I was waiting for the guy to come back, and I have the pen in my hand, and I'm just like, I'm looking out, looking at the van in the parking lot. I'm like, what am I thinking? What am I doing? I never owned a van before, like this big. I'm crazy. I can't. And then the guy came and I signed, and I never looked back. It's one of those things. You either do it or you just live your life thinking about it. And I just did it.
Wow, I know that feeling because I remember calling my dad on the way to go get it and say, I don't know if I'm going to sign the papers. I don't know if I'm going to give up my car. I don't know if I'm going to do this. And here's the thing. I know a guy, and probably my friend Jim, who's on here, Jim T. We know a guy who's been living in a van probably 15, 20 years. And I just spent the weekend with him rock climbing. And he's lived in a van for a long time. And I used to look at him and say, I wonder how he can do that. I wonder how he could live in a van. He doesn't even have a house. But you know what? When I found out the freedom that he had living in a van and the freedom that I have living in a van, it's a big thing. You could be wherever you want, whenever you want, and you don't have to worry about your place in the wintertime up in New York or the pipe's going to freeze. I don't care because I don't have any pipes in New York that can freeze. We're going to be in Florida.
Or out west somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to be where it's warm.
You gotta pick where it's warm.
Who do we got, Louis?
Sandra has a very good question.
I like Sandra.
Sandra Wheeler. She said, she asks, or she says, or she asks, or both. I do think some millennial young adults who do the van life and do excessive asking for help with expenses, they should have foreseen, etc. are often called you-beggars. You mean e-beggars. I think the term is e-beggar, not you-beggar, but I agree with Sandra. I work for a living. I'm not on YouTube, and neither is Bob. Look, we can't see the future. Something unforeseen may happen, and I may need help. I'm not saying I will never ask for help because we never know what tomorrow brings. Something may happen that we may need to reach out for help, but that's not my intention in creating this channel and living in my van. I don't think it's Bob's intention either. But a lot of young people, they want to live in a van. They want to have all this celebrity, which sometimes doesn't happen. They want to have all this money, which doesn't come. And then they realize that they need money to live on and to pay for their expenses, the stuff that a lot of people wish they could do, but they can't because they have to work. But some of these people, they don't want to work. They just want to have some free money. And then they go and ask for money. Now, here's my thing. If somebody has a YouTube channel and they ask for money, I don't think it's none of my business or anybody's business to say that they can't do that. Yeah. And it's not my business, and I think it's nobody's business to say that other people can't give them money. Okay? If I give money out of my pocket, it's my problem, not anybody else's problem. So if somebody goes on their channel and asks for money, even if they're bamboozling everybody, it's their choice because it's their channel, and it's the other people's choice who watch to give or not to give. Now, you have to be wise, and you have to realize, is this person really asking because they need, or are they asking because they just want to go on a trip, or go this way, or go that way,
and have somebody pay for it?
Right, and have somebody pay for it. That's where you have to be discernible and understand that a lot of people will lie to you. So I think a lot of these people, They just want a free ride. They don't want to go to work. They just want to go kumbaya and please, you don't watch me pay for my trips, pay for my lifestyle. I think I think that's going to bite them in the butt one day because they're not building up a nest egg. They're not building up Social Security. They're not building up a retirement account. They're not building any of those things up. And then one day they're going to be older and their channel may not exist. Maybe nobody wants to watch them anymore. Maybe they don't want to make any more videos and they don't have anything. I've worked all my life and I continue to work and I do want to retire soon. But so far I have to work. I have obligations. I have to go to work. And and I'm not expecting a free ride. And
Lewis, we got to get going. These people are beating on us.
I think
Rose and Sandra are like, go on. We got to catch up with these comments.
I think a lot of people are on YouTube expecting a free ride, and I think they're being foolish from multiple aspects. And I think the people who give them money are also being foolish, even though it's none of my business if they want to give them money or not. I just think you got to use discernment. Does the person really need the money for something that something that happened, or do they just want a free ride? That's where you have to be discernible.
Where we at? Oh, there's a gatekeeper coming up. Paul, hi, Paul. What's up?
There we go.
Guys?
Sandra's brother, who now lives with Sandra due to his disability, used to live in the mountain in a yurt for 7 years. Then he lived in a tiny cabin with wood heat 20 years ago. Yeah, I would be perfectly fine in a tiny cabin with a little wood stove. Perfect.
Yeah.
If you have enough wood and enough food and water, what could be more cozy than sit in a nice tiny cozy cabin all winter long, eating some nice hot food and having the cozy thing, the stove going. The gatekeeper. How you doing, Paul?
Yeah, hi, Paul.
Bob, your ex-wife did not support your life choice. She chose her words to hurt you by saying you are homeless. I think so. I told Bob that. I think.
Well, I knew it was, but you know what? She was. I got to give you guys. I'm not trying to wreck her because you know what? That was really the nicest she's been to me in a really long time. But by saying it multiple times, she was getting her point across, and I kept saying no. I always got my home with me. I'm not homeless. I could go wherever I want.
Right.
I'm not tied down to do anything, and I don't have to worry about anything anywhere. So yeah, maybe she did it to hurt, maybe not, but she was really being nice to me that day. So
I think you should just ignore what she said and just continue to do what you do if that's what you want to do.
And I do. But I wanted to see what other opinions were because, it got me thinking. And it got me thinking back to the guy that I spent the weekend with who lived in a van 15 or 20 years. And I used to think he was, is he nuts? Is he this? Is he that? No, he was smart. He's been living on for low dollars. And he's lived a pretty good life. Who do we got?
Bob Fleming says, you work all your life to pay for a house that you never own. You don't pay the taxes, they take your house away. That's exactly right. I mean, I think at some point, I probably will never happen, but it would be nice if there were some politicians that would actually have the courage to put an end to this continuous taxation. I think once you own your house for a certain, once it's paid for and you pay taxes for it, I think you should own your house. I think you should, at some point, you should own your house free and clear. And you should be able to pass your house, your property, whatever you have, to your next of kin, tax free, because you've already been taxed to death. The government already taxed you to death. And then something happens to you and the property, the house, whatever, goes to your next of kin, and then they're going to be taxed again. I think that's robbery. That's legalized robbery by the government, and that shouldn't happen.
When we get to Bob Fleming's next one, I got something to say about that one. Where are we at?
You want to pick a nice comment? We got a nice question. I mean,
well, Bob said something. She is jealous because she can't do it. Well, one thing I got to say, who she ended up marrying the next guy. They go on a lot of trips, so they're always traveling somewhere. They're going from hotel to hotel to hotel, and to me, I think I get tired of spending time in hotels, because you know what I call my van, the bedroom area of my van? I call it the time eraser, because that bed is so comfortable. I can go in there, close down the van, and it's dark, and I have slept 12 hours in this van. There's no bed in this world I was able to stay in for more than 7 hours, maybe 8 hours if I was lucky. And in the time eraser here, I can sleep. I got to set an alarm sometimes to get up.
Randy Freital says, "Never listen to doubters and naysayers. Life is short. There will always be those who are jealous of what you are doing. Deep down, they wish they could do what you are doing. Keep on keeping on." Right on, Randy. Remember Randy?
Yeah, I remember Randy.
Okay.
Randy, yeah, we spent with Mutual Mind.
Right.
Campground. Hey, Randy, remember the alligator? And my idea to use Lewis's drone to go get that thing across the lake?
Nah, that idea was already...
No, he was trying to get his little
Fostering in my
Zoom
head.
work, and I'm like, get that drone out. That was pretty good drone work, though. Randy says, shh.
That's in relation to something. When it's out of context,
What was that?
I think it was this.
Is it the police?
When it's out of context, we don't realize what the comment or the question is.
Oh.
I think the police is going to end up coming here tonight.
No
That's
police
just by feeling.
Come. I don't get the police bothering me. Randy, if you want to say shh and let us kind of know, give us a hint with shh.
Oh, you said high production.
Oh, high production. Well, we've been ruined by motorcycles throughout the evening so far.
So you have any more questions, Bob?
No, but does anybody else want to add or take it? Because is there anybody else we have to answer here?
Oh, I almost lost that.
No, you.
We don't have any more questions. As of right now, we don't have any more. What is that?
Randy says, fooling with alligators is a no-no. Hey, they wanted me to jump in the water when the one alligator was set ready to attack. Remember that, Randy?
Well, I only ask that Bob kind of jump in real quick to get the alligator's attention, so I could do my high production stuff. And he refused, but I don't see what could go wrong. I didn't see anything wrong with that. You go in real quick, and then you pop back out, and...
Where did I get my swivel seats from? I see here. But we got another one right before that. My swivel seats, I forget. They were pretty inexpensive, but they do squeak a little. But I think I got to bend it. There's an arm on a Chrysler vehicle that you have to bend, and I'm wondering if that's touching a little bit. So I might have to do that, but I don't know. If you send me like some kind of there's no way to send me a PM. I'll look at it and see if I can answer you, okay?
Why can't you send me an email? You don't have an email for your channel?
Oh, I do. My life in 75 square feet at gmail.com.
There you go.
So send me an email, and he was there when I set it up in February.
I'm dealing with amateurs here.
Well, that's okay. Where am I traveling next? I'm going out west. Who is that? Pat S. Pat, I'm going out west.
Sandra says, "Lewis, are those the red shorts?"
Yeah, they're the same shorts he got all the time.
These are the red shorts. Well, these are not the original ones, because the original got ripped These are the replacement, but the replacement is beginning to fade. So
I just wish you wash them every once in a while.
well, I do wash them every 6 months or so. I mean, why, they smell?
No, I'm just messing with you. Lewis, come on, man. What do you think? Yeah, I'm gonna leave the van. Oh, wait, I'm going out the door.
Well, I do wash them every about 6 months. Just like I wash my socks and everything every 6 months.
You don't wear socks.
I take a shower every 2 months or so.
Hey, wait, some more popped up. Some more beats. People don't want us to leave yet. Where out west is it?
Pat is asking where you're traveling.
Well, out west. I'm gonna go back to Pittsburgh area, spend a little time with my parents, and then I'm gonna work my way. My sister lives in Montana, so it's up by Glacier National Park. So I'm gonna work my way to Montana, and then I'm gonna go. But in between there, I'm supposed to rock climb with the guy I've been rock climbing with, my main partner, who moved to California. So we're going to probably try to hit some rock climbing places and then end up in the Sierras, end up in Vegas, because I got somebody there that said, if you come to Vegas, I'll show you the best time ever. One of my friend's uncles, because he likes me. And my friend's going to come out there, and we're going to all have a big party and have a good time.
Well, as long as you rock climb and not rock fall, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, and so I'm going to end up out there. I'll probably end up back in Florida because I could work a little in Tarpon Springs, have some fun.
Quentin Fruit says, Gator versus Bob. It would have gone viral, and Bob's a quick guy. He would have made it out.
I don't know. That alligator was set to attack.
The point.
It was in attack position and it wasn't too far offshore. That was the first time. The next time it was across the lake.
I think what I wanted from you, Bob, which you denied, was for you to go in and have the gator actually kind of like bite just a little bit, so I can get some high production out of all that thing.
No. Lewis was set up to have he's all monetized. He was hoping to get like 5-10 million hits on that one video. And then he would be like, you have to watch. He'd make it like 15 minutes long so he could put 3 advertisements
No. At least 5. At least 5.
Yeah, one when it first goes at me, the next one as it's getting closer, and then the next one it's getting closer, and you have to watch advertisements. None of this 6 seconds.
I would hope for at least 100 million views. I mean, I would make a lot of money off of that.
We got people asking.
We got people asking?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Did we miss anybody that, like, maybe a long time ago wrote something that we didn't get? Because
that's what I was going to ask everybody. Does Bob's video also flipped around? Is Bob's video mirrored? Because from what Sandra says here...
Well, you see it right there. It is flipped around.
It's not supposed to be like that, right?
Well, no, that is my left hand there. That's my left hand.
Okay, this is my right hand.
This is my left hand.
Yeah, it's flipped because this...
it's flipped.
I should have been on the other side with my right hand on this side.
Yeah.
So it should have been like, this is my right hand. This is my left, this is my... It is flipped. It is from YouTube. It's not from us.
Okay. It's flipped. Pat says it. Yes, it is mirrored. Come on, Bob. What did they say? I missed that. Come on, Bob. What is that? Right there. Come on, Bob. He is something.
What?
Come on, Bob. Be a friend. Just a little... Only a few
That's what I said.
Yeah. Wait, who was saying this?
That's Quentin.
Oh, Quentin, you're on his side. He was trying to get me set up. If you would have been there, you would have been like, Bob, don't listen to this guy. Because I did get close to the water.
I don't see what the problem would have been.
I was trying to go get the little
After
bobber.
the gator nibbles on you, and I have all I get all the footage from all these different angles, then we'll throw something in to get you out.
Gators don't just nibble on you. They grab you and turn you.
Listen.
They roll you.
We would have thrown Randy in so we could get you out.
Probably Jim would have helped
And
me.
then we would have thrown Jim in to get Randy out.
Jim.
Then probably we ended up throwing you back in to get Jim out.
Yeah. How do we get alligators anyhow? We were talking about being homeless.
Oh, Pat is saying, isn't it hot out west now? You're going to go west. It's going to be hot there.
Yeah, but I'm going to work my way there because it's going to take me, just to go from where I am to get to my parents, it's going to take me a few days. And I think I'm going to be in New York for a little bit. I'm going to be in somewhere for a little bit. I don't know where it's going to be, but I'm going to be somewhere for a little bit more.
Okay. Judy asks, are several air fresheners a must for living in a van? If so, what's your favorite scent? I do not have one single air freshener in my van. I do have, well, I should take that back. I do have these containers of the orange stuff that removes odors.
Yeah.
But I have that because I like this the lemon or the orange scent a little bit. But in the back of my van, I don't really have anything. I don't think I mean, maybe for other people it smells. For me, it doesn't really smell because I have the vent. Whenever I cook, everything goes right out. So I don't have a problem.
Oh boy, I like that one from Sandra.
And I don't expect people to come. I mean, Bob's van is different. Bob's van, you can open the door. It's more welcoming to have people over. I mean, we could have another person sitting over here, or two people over
one
here,
over there,
and one over there, two over here, literally.
Yeah, I got another bench.
You can have four people, or if you put two people here, one sitting over there, one sitting here, one sitting on a bed, you can have 5 or 6 people here. So that's how welcoming this is, because it's you can stand up and it has room. Mine is made for me. You know, I can't have a lot of people coming in the back, and then so it wouldn't work in my case.
We got a couple good ones here.
You
no,
sure?
After Pat.
Joe,
Judy.
That's what I told you. I got Sandra. Bob. Sandra says you should go to Maine. You just came from Maine, didn't you?
No, I was going to go to Maine. Here's what I was going to do. I was going to go up to North Conway and do some rock climbing and then probably hike Mount Washington. Then I wanted to work my way to Maine and go to Bar Harbor and go to Acadia National Park. And then I wanted to end up in Baxter State Park, and that's where Katahdin, Maine is, and there's a hike called the Knife Edge, which is a pretty good hike. I was going to go do that, but I don't know. I mean, those are things I did with my ex-wife, and I thought about that, and I'm like, you know what? It's just too close to home. Even though those were my places and the things that I did, I just don't want that reminder now, and I really need to go visit my sister because she's been bugging me for a long time, and I really should do it because it's the right thing, and I need to spend some time with my sister. I spent time with all my family so far, and I need to spend some time with her, and I'm going to do that.
Uh-oh.
This is something else. Let me get rid
I forgot
of that.
to tell Bob.
Oh, to shut all my stuff off.
Next time you do a live thing, turn your phone to private so you don't get... but it's coming over the internet, so you probably still get that.
Yeah, it's coming.
You don't get phone calls or anything like that.
I don't know. I didn't get any, thank goodness. What else?
Okay, that's about it.
More.
That's
one more
about it. No,
by.
it's just Sandra says she wants to give you more info offline, and that I have her email.
Okay.
But Sandra, you can email Bob directly. It's my life in
75 square feet, same as my website, or same as my YouTube. At gmail.com. And it's same as my YouTube channel. Oh, but no
How'd you come up-
spaces.
how'd
No
you-
spaces.
How'd you come up with that name, Bob?
The name of My Life in 75 Square Feet. Well, when I was building the van, and we did get more comments come up. When I was building the van, I measured how many square feet I was going to be living in, because I said, you know what? People live in jail cells, but that's 2 prisoners to a cell. I definitely could live in this thing. This is like 75 square feet. So I said I was going to write a book, My Life in 75 Square Feet, and then my daughter said, do it in 75 pages. So once I got that idea, I said, that's going to be my YouTube channel name. My Life in 75.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let's put a stop to that.
What?
Wait a minute. Time out. You were thinking of every other each name
Yeah, I was.
for your YouTube channel.
But if you look at my
And-
first videos, I
Okay.
did it before I met you,
understand.
Lewis. I did that back in last year.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But you were thinking of using any other name, and who kept insisting that you should use that?
Oh, there's this guy, Lewis. You know, he wears like flip-flops, red shorts. And he doesn't have the right T-shirt on today. But that guy, Lewis.
What's wrong with my T-shirt?
He was the only one.
Wait a
Cause
minute. What's wrong with my T-shirt?
it's not the same one that you that's not the real Lewis look, I
Why?
guess.
It's not black?
I don't know.
Because it has a pocket?
It's got, yeah, that pocket ruins it all. But anyhow, it was going to be, always was going to be that. And then some people started saying, no, you should think of a better name, a more catchy name. And I said, well, look, how many videos have I done? And I called it My Life in 75 Square Feet. I should keep to that. And Lewis was always there. Lewis, open mic might be this Saturday. Open MIC.
Oh, Lewis, open mic might be this Saturday.
Hey, I could do open mic.
I can't make it there this Saturday.
Where's it at?
It's in Connecticut, I think.
Lewis, give Bob a little advice. Check for bats in the cave before he leans over that camera. What's that about?
Check for bats in the cave before he leans over that camera.
I've been in caves with bats and rock climbs with bats on them in the cracks. Oh, yeah. Hey, wait.
Miniman Mike says hi.
Hey, Miniman Mike, how you doing?
Ryan Brett Blonde says hello, sir. Probably you, because it's your channel.
Wait, who is it?
I don't know if you know the.
Oh, yeah. I think he signed up. I'm wondering when. He subscribed. Hey, hi.
Janice wants me to go up there because she does singing and playing guitar at this place where they have an open mic, and she's been inviting me to go there and sing. As everybody knows, I have a wonderful voice.
Oh, that Ryan.
Cutting me off.
I know who he is now. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Wait,
that's okay.
Go ahead, Lewis. You wanted you to sing.
I was at the Caboose? What is that?
Kubo's.
Kubo, what is that?
That, I know who Ryan is. He was my good friend at Kubo's are my friends that were saying I was home-less. But, and I'm going to say something about Lewis probably could sing if I worked with him a little bit. I heard Lewis's son singing today, and I think he's a tenor. So I tried to get Lewis's son to sing, but he won't sing when he knows they're listening, and I get it because it's hard to do that, but I think he's a tenor.
No, they used to sing very well.
I think
But I think my son retained the ability to sing better than my daughter.
Yeah, your daughter says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She admits that, so I don't have a problem saying it. But I think my son inherit the singing ability from me. I mean, it's obvious.
Lewis could sing. Whoever said that, Lewis could sing, and I always wanted to give vocal lessons to people who couldn't sing and get them to a place where they could sing and feel good about it themselves. Because I think most of the reason why Lewis sings the way he does is because he might not know how to do it all, and he might not have the confidence. But if I worked with Lewis for a month, yeah, you want to sing, Lewis? I'll get the guitar out. You can sing.
Get the guitar, Bob.
No, I'm not.
Get the guitar real quick.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, that's okay. We're doing high production here.
No, we're not doing it.
Get the guitar, and I will sing a quick song real quick.
We're not doing this.
Get the guitar, Bob. It's a high production.
We can't.
How long does it take to get the guitar?
Oh, it'll take minutes. And we're
how many minutes?
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay,
4 minutes.
No, 4 is too long.
We'll lose everybody.
If you can do it in 1 minute flat.
No, I can't get it.
It doesn't have to be adjusted. I don't need adjusted guitars.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I don't. I work with anything. Doesn't need to be adjusted.
I think Lewis could really sing. I just don't think he's shown us yet. Oh, who says they love me? Ryan. Oh, you said that before, Ryan. I love you too, bro.
Was Ryan a guy or a woman?
He's one of the Kubo's son's friends. He's just a young kid. Mean? He's a good kid. He's funny, man. He really will crack you up. Ryan, you were a lot of fun. I know I was a lot of fun for you guys too that night. So we all had a good time.
Everybody's asking for music. So if you can do it in a minute, get me the guitar. And I will show you how it's done. I'll show everybody my singing ability. What are you laughing at?
I saw your bell. Gatekeeper, where are you right now? We need you to chime in, Gatekeeper. Come on, Paul. Don't let us down.
Bob, I will hold down the fort. Get the guitar in 1 minute flat.
Ryan, you're funny. It was one of the best nights of his life. He's funny, man. That kid is good.
Bob.
What?
I will hold the fort. Get the guitar, please.
Oh, wait, please? No singing for Lewis. If you do, I'll subscribe. If not, forget it. Who's Gary Spratt? Wait, if I do what, Gary? If I do what?
Get the guitar, Bob. I'll hold the fort down.
And you won't. You'll make me look bad.
No, I won't make you look bad. I'll make you look. Oh, yeah, of course I'll look.
Alabama.
I am that good. I am that good. I will make Bob look bad. That's what he's afraid of. That I'm going to make him look bad.
I'm really afraid.
Oh, he's got all kinds of stuff in front of the guitar.
I'm really afraid.
He's got to move 6 pairs of shoes. And now, okay, now he's getting the guitar. Oh, he's just, no, Bob, you're going to break, Bob. Oh, he's going to break stuff over here.
I told you.
Oh, he's going to fall over because he's got all this stuff in front of him. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm going to show you.
Take the camera?
You think I'm kidding? Look, he's got all those shoes. He's got all that stuff.
Lewis threw all those shoes over there. Wait, let me make sure it's in tune. Lewis threw all those shoes over there. Don't even let him fool us. I don't think this instrument's even too fine for him to play. Good thing it isn't the one that I had real expensive.
Okay. Bob, let go of that stuff. You don't know how to use the guitar.
I know.
Okay. Can you adjust that so I'm in focus and I'm center of the...
You're not getting it all. You're not. I'm the star of this show. Didn't we have this conversation earlier?
Everything. That's not how you do it, Bob.
We had the conversation earlier that I was the star of the show, and I knew he would steal it, but that's okay. I'm getting used to it.
All right.
Don't worry. When I'm on his channel next time, I'm the star.
I need a pick.
Yeah, it's probably going to end up in that hole.
Oops, how do I get it out?
You better not.
Oh, what is that? Oh, battery low, Bob.
How much time is left? I can 50%. Plug it in. Hold on.
50%.
Hold on, I'm plugging it in.
We have, it's almost 10 o'clock. We have to go soon. My daughter is coming out at, all right, plug that in. Bob is going to plug that in. I'm working. Tune the guitar. All right, everybody.
They want Oh Alabama. Come on. You forget it?
Oh Alabama, don't cry for. No, of course I'm not gonna. That's too easy. I'm gonna sing. This is a song that I wrote when I was lost in the jungle.
I love this song. Right? Oh, no, easy. This is a good guitar, man. Don't mess with this. I don't want any more scratches in it. I never put them myself. I miss you too, Ryan. Go ahead.
Are you done laughing?
Oh, I like this song.
I wrote this song.
It's a story I'm laughing about. Go ahead. Yeah, this story.
This is a serious...
He's lost in a jungle. Okay, go ahead.
This is a song of when I was lost in the jungle. It happened a few years ago. And I was lost in the jungle for many, many days. And I had no water and no food. And I composed this song that nobody heard before. And it goes something like this. I need a little bit of practice. I'm doing this cold.
Does he need
water? No, I'm okay. I'm just doing it cold.
So Minivan Mike says, stop now. Hey, look, it's too late.
Jungle, no water, no food, no water, no food. When I was lost in a jungle, I had no water, no food, no water, no food. Oh, I had no water, no food. No water, no food. No water, no food. No water, no food.
I think I hear the cops.
All right.
This sounds like a William Shatner song. I hope the cops...
I rest my case. If anybody had any doubts,
wait.
I rest my case. Okay.
Need some percussion. Way to go, Gary. Hold on, wait. We can't get this. You forgot the lion, Lou.
Give me that.
Wendy is crying. Dogs are howling. Everything's going out of control. And the cops are knocking on the door now. What are we going to do? Hey, it's not my van. Oh, yes, it is. I don't know where he came from, officer. Honest. He's homeless.
This sounds like a William Shatner song. I agree. William Shatner is an excellent singer.
Maybe it's a good song. I don't know.
Wendy is crying because she feels the emotion, the connection to this song.
Well, because you were lost in the jungle, man, with no food.
No water, no food.
Yeah.
GG says, quick, sign the record contracts. I've been trying, but they're not offering me enough money. So
what are you looking for, Lewis?
Well, I'm looking for something, anything.
They're not offering you enough money? Oh, they're offering you zero?
Well, it's not enough.
Hey, wait a second. Let's just clear the air here. The band Boston went through every single record company one time, and nobody took their record. Everybody rejected it. Zero for Boston. They sold the most ever the first time. So maybe he could do the same.
I think I can. I mean, I have the potential, as everybody can witness.
Uh-oh, what's this thing? Is this guy clapping? I can't see.
Bob is clapping.
Who is that, Bob Weiss?
Oh, Bob, he understands singing. He's got good ear, right, Bob? He understands good talent. Unlike people like you who are talentless, who don't understand where talent comes from. Talent comes deep from inside, man.
Maybe that's been my problem. I always thought talent just grew on trees.
That too. That happens too.
That
It
guitar
happens a
grew
lot.
on a tree. Trust
It did.
me.
It's wood. It grew on a tree.
So, wait a second. There was something in there that I had to respond to. You're hiding it. He hides all the comments.
I'm not
so
hiding
I
the
can't
comments.
see him. I can't see it on a little.
I mean,
baby
everybody
phone.
said good stuff. I mean, everybody, for the most part, people who have nice ears to hear nice music, all agree with me that I sing good. People like you, forget about it. They don't
Now
know.
I get it, but now watch this. There were some people that said they would subscribe to my channel if I got the guitar out. I think everybody should subscribe.
Okay,
because
look.
I did it.
I think you should show everybody how awful you are by doing a 1 minute song.
A 1 minute song.
Okay,
I don't even know which song to do, man.
And you should. Everybody will see the difference. It's night and day.
Yeah, but I have no room to play.
Oh, you have room. I mean,
Nah.
if I had room here, you can have room.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Those are excuses.
I don't even know. I
mean-
can't even sit here right.
This is night and day, folks. Night and day. It does not. Hey, stop showing off, will you? I think he's using some recording device in there. I think this is out of tune.
No, don't mess with that. It's bad enough. What song you want me to do?
One that's like a minute long. Nobody can listen to your stuff. It's terrible.
I won't play it then. Wait, and for the record, Bob, I did subscribe. Hey, thanks, Gary. I appreciate that. And somebody said she already did. I don't even know what song to do. What song is it you want to...
Janice already subscribed to Job. What's Joe? Now you have to subscribe to Bob.
She said it's cold outside. She hands me a raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. Get those hands. She said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining. And she screams and her voice is straining. She said, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. And I hate when she says, baby, well, I can't help but be sad of it all sometimes. But the rain gonna wash away what I believe in. Okay, that's a minute.
I think it's enough. I mean, you've shown everybody that.
You're better than me.
Of course.
I know.
Talent does not grow on trees. It takes lots of work and practice. Something that I've done tremendously, and it shows that. I mean, there's no comparison. Any one of you that has an ear for music will understand the difference. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that was a Matchbox 20 song. So you're right, Wendy. It was a great song. I could have picked it like any one of. I could even pick the song that I wrote, but I don't know if anybody wanted to hear that. And it wouldn't have been The Jungle.
I'm feeling left out.
Why? You did your own song that you wrote in the jungle with no food and no water. No water, no food. Oh, police. Police are coming. No, the police don't bug me, man. They wave to me when they meet me.
Darn it.
Uh-oh, here comes the guitar. It's not, if it wasn't beat up yet and broken.
Feeling left out. I had a house
Thanks,
on
Bob.
a hill, and the house went downhill. Then my dog ran away, and my car broke down on the side of the highway. I had a house that slid down the hill, and my dog ran away. My dog ran away. My car broke on the highway. And this guy is sitting next to me.
Wendy, you're funny.
Making fun.
You're funny,
the
Wendy.
laughing loud.
Wendy.
But I don't care. I'm singing my way. I think I broke something.
Minivan Mike, don't go.
I think I broke something
No,
here,
but
boss.
I'm going to do one of my verses. Wait. Wendy wants to hear an original.
Okay.
I'm going to play Decisions.
Was this song better? Did I play you good?
Oh, much better.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm starting to think you're getting it. Lewis is Nashville bound. Only if he starts going south. Should I do one quick original? I'll only do the first verse.
Wow.
This is a real simple song. I did it as a joke.
My daughter's coming out soon, so...
What time is it?
10:10. But she knows where we are. She leaves at 10:30.
She
hung out.
Hung out at my house today for a little bit. We had a good conversation. Lewis was worried because I was giving her cookies and stuff.
You got a guy in a white van.
I have windows in my van.
Enticing a girl with cookies. Hey, you want a cookie? And then, I told her, I wouldn't go there myself. You shouldn't go in there.
Yeah, but watch this. I put windows in my van for a reason, so that it wouldn't be that kind of van. Minivan, stick around, that is. What is he saying? I missed the first thing. Oh, maybe I will stick around.
I will stick around.
Minivan, you're good. I like you. Bob, that's good. Man, you guys are funny.
This is quality entertainment.
I know
You get profound ideas from us and answers, and then you have some fun and some...
chocolate chunk cookies, and they were good.
These are crappy cookies.
I were good, man. Your daughter didn't say they were bad. She said they were good.
Hydro.
You can't even worry about it, They're probably going to kill you.
Okay, it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup, so it's not bad.
I love chocolate chunk. Way to go, Minivan.
You can get those organic.
Meet us up here. We'll hang out with you. Now, yeah.
You have nothing else, Bob? Are we done?
I think we're done. Is everybody happy? There's still 28 people out there or something like that.
Well, but you can't just keep dragging this over.
I'm going to just play a quick song.
If the cow is dead, you can't keep rehashing it. You're going to play another song?
This is a quick song.
Are you showing off because I did a second song?
Yeah, I got to do a second song. No, I'm trying to keep up. I don't want to lose my stardom status. Now, this is a little song that I did. It's called Decisions. And when you build a van, I'm going to let you know right now, way too many decisions.
Show off. Can you play that, then I'll play this part?
No.
How hard can it be?
Wait.
I mean, I do it. I don't have a problem.
Well, should I come or should I go? Sometimes I just don't know. Which way is wrong, which way is right? What will I do tonight? There are so many times when I just can't make up my mind. Decisions everywhere, and I don't even care. I'm just looking for a sign that will make everything all fine. Decisions. should I eat? What should I wear? Sometimes I just don't care. Well, should I work or should I play? Will it all be okay? There are so many times I just can't make up my mind. Decisions everywhere, and I don't even care. I'm just looking for a sign that will make everything all fine. Decisions, decisions. A little out of tune.
Bob, I have to give it to him. Bob does a very good job singing. I'm playing the
Thank
guitar.
you. I appreciate it.
Not as good as me, of course.
That was really good. I'm going to give him Bob sound. Other people say that I sound like Neil Diamond. When I was doing gigs at Tarpon Springs, a lot of people said that. Neil Diamond's a good singer. He was a cantor. Hey, thanks,
How
Wendy.
come I didn't get those I Love It, Louis? Beautiful song, Louis.
Thanks, Janice.
How come I didn't get all that stuff? How come I didn't get that? Can you explain that to me? All of you are cut off from my channel. Gone, that's it.
He'll be okay tomorrow. I know him. Hey, thanks, Bob. I'm going to start doing, somebody suggested that I start doing just a video of a song that I wrote, and I got a bunch of them that I did, and maybe just do a video with it. I was thinking of doing a whole record in the van.
Bob.
What?
Bob. Hold on.
What?
You know what this means?
I'm in my home.
You know what this means?
Oh, time out?
Time out. I've suggested to Bob when he was trying to decide if he was going to start his channel. Pay attention, Bob.
I'm listening.
Pay attention, Bob. I'm using wise words over here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything you say, Louis.
Thank you.
I'll be nice.
I mentioned to Bob, when you start your channel, you have a lot of potential. You have a nice van. You don't have to work full time like I do. You can travel all over the country. You know how to sing and play guitar. Use your songs in your videos. Play the guitar. Even if it's like, you can start a video, like driving somewhere, and he's got the footage of him driving. In the meantime, he's got his song in the background, right? And then you fade in to him actually playing the guitar somewhere by the beach or the mountains or whatever. And then every once in a while during the video, you come back to you playing the guitar, and you have that song there once in a while.
I need a director. That's what I need, a director.
You have to use your songs and your singing ability and your playing ability more often in your channel. You're not utilizing those gifts. I have gifts, but I don't want to use them all the time because then I'll wear them out.
Maybe I'm worried about the same thing. I got to do it. I've been trying.
He still hasn't done it. I told him right from the beginning. You should do that.
Y'all got to remember, I'm trying to have a life at the same time.
I know,
but
you are making a video, and I'm not saying in every video you sing, okay? But after you have all this footage, you can even sit down, when you're editing your video and you have all this footage, you can sit down somewhere and film yourself playing that song, and then you can go back to the video that you edited and you can interlace that song in there. And I'm not saying
I think you did that with one of my songs in one of your videos.
Right? Yeah, I've done it a couple times, and you should do that. And I think that your subscribers will like it. I think you sing well. Not as good as me, I have to say that, but well enough to be appreciated.
What is that thing over there? That brown thing?
Well, probably.
We got another bug.
That's part of the plastic, Bob.
No, every time we do a video, like the last time we were getting cicadaed, and then somebody said you killed it. What is that thing?
This is what he's worried about. That strawberry.
I couldn't see, you know. I mean,
that's what he's worried about.
Hey,
a strawberry.
Use your gifts, Bob. I agree, Wendy. I will. No, do I get royalties from Lewis? Yeah, he did it on my channel, and he did his original song on my channel, so I get royalties on that sucker.
He gets nothing.
Nothing from nothing is nothing.
He signed the paperwork, giving up all his rights.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He's got. I mean, I give you credit.
I know, Lewis. You're my brother.
I give you credit. I'm like, this song. Written and original to Bob Vincic. So,
Gigi, you're right. Lewis does high production stuff. You're right.
All right, you want to keep?
Okay, we're gonna kill this because we gotta kill this because we're over an hour and 20 minutes. So, and we gotta go because Lewis's daughter's coming out, and we gotta be ready to do whatever has to happen.
And I have to go to work in the morning.
And Lewis is working tomorrow.
I should be sleeping, and I have to work. And,
you could sleep on you got one of those little rigs. You could go park it somewhere and sleep. Rose, I could use some copyright. I mean, yeah. Why? You good at it? Copyright stuff? Good night. Good night. Oh, La Source. Who is that?
Mike.
Good night, Mike. Hey, I'm glad you liked it, Mike. It was fun tonight. I couldn't wait to come down and have this little live show with Lewis. He was psyched to do it too. I didn't want to tell him what it was about. He made me tell him yesterday and spill the.
I made you tell me nothing.
He made me. Good night, Rose.
You opened your big mouth and you said it of your own accord.
No, he's like, tell me what it is. I need to know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, well, we're cutting this out. So look, we do appreciate all y'all for coming on. That's a little bit of my southern coming out because I've been spending time in the South lately. So all y'all, it's so good to have you here. Come back the next time, because when Lewis and I get together, it's always fun. And then we're going to meet y'all sometime. No, we're going to meet all y'all sometime.
All you all.
All y'all. Belgium, we're going there to have a couple good Belgian beers and everything.
I don't drink beer, so...
He doesn't. Hasta la vista, dudes. Okay, Gary, have a good night. Everybody, good night.
Everybody, have a good night. Thank you for coming over. If you came over from my channel,
yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming over and watching me and Bob have a go at it. We had some fun.
Yeah,
said some profound stuff in the beginning. Played some wonderful songs, at least I did.
I got to practice a little, and I will. I haven't been practicing, that's why I didn't want to pick up the guitar. I've been trying bluegrass, and I did learn how to play violin at a bluegrass festival a little bit ago. And or not violin, mandolin.
Oh, those are, I'm perfect with those. It's like I was born in one in my hand.
Okay, guys.
What do they look like again?
Good night.
She's a little bit awkward. There you go. And now you press, oh, okay.